Namaste dear students, I am Mrs. T.V. Ramana Kaveri, Sanskrit faculty in Maita College, Mysuru. Today I am going to teach you about the 16th chapter which we have started in grammar for BA and BCom first year, first semester. I have completed Shabdas, Sarvanama Shabda and Ajanta Shabdas also. Now I am going to the second section in the same chapter, that is called Tiganta Prakaranam. This is about Kriyapadas, verbs. In this unit, you will be able to understand the Sanskrit roots and their affixes. You will be acquainted with the 10 lakaras of Sanskrit. Explanation of root, that is dhatu. The words which denotes action like bhu, gam, nam, etc. are called roots. They are called dhatus. To this root, the conjugational affixes ting pratyayas are added. They are also known as akhyata pratyayas. The words which has in their end the ting affixes are called tigantas. Tiganta means words. The base of the verb is root. There are thousands of roots, dhatus, in Sanskrit language. Taking into consideration the form derivation and common factors, they are divided into 10 conjugational classes. The conjugational class, that is called a gana, means a group. The akhyata, ting affixes that comes after the root is divided as parasmaipada and atmanepada. Some roots will have both affixes. They will be in both parasmaipadi dhatus and atmanepadi dhatus also. The roots which have only in parasmaipada affixes are called parasmaipadis. The roots which have only atmanepada affixes are called atmanepadis. And the roots which have both affixes are called ubhayapadis. Now let us talk about the verbs, kriyapadas. The words that denotes action are called verbs. Verbs are most important in the sentences we use. By them, the time of action and some meanings are denoted. They are known as tigantas. The affix that comes between the root and the akhyata pratyaya, that is the conjugational affix, are called as vikarana affix. Based on the differences of this vikarana affix, the roots are divided in 10 groups. These groups are known as ganas. Thus we have a verb when root plus vikarana pratyaya plus akhyata pratyaya. Means root plus vikarana affix plus akhyata affix. Bhu plus a plus ti. This is for the example. The form will be bhavati. The akhyata affixes come in the place of lakara. There are 10 lakaras in total. They are lat, lit, lut, lut, let, lot, lung, ling, lung and lrung. Among these, late lakara is used only in the Vedas. So we don't use generally in Sanskrit language when we speak in simple Sanskrit language. The ling lakara is divided into two, that is for vidhiling lakara and ashirling lakara. Among these 10 lakaras, the following 6 denote tenses. They are in the present tense, lat lakaraha. In the past tense, lit lakara, lung lakara and lung lakara. In the future tense, we use lut and lut lakaras. The lakaras denoting the moods, that is the artha. 1. The ajnartha, imperative. Vidyarthaka, potential, that is lot lakaraha. only in the potential vidhi, that is vidhiling lakaraha. In the benedictive mode, ashihi, ashirling lakaraha. The conditional sanketa mode, we use lrung lakaraha. For the 10 ganas, the conjugational classes, there are different vikarana affixes. They are ganaha, dhatuhu, vikarana pratyayaha. So, for example, udaharana, bhvadiganaha, bhu, shap, that is a, the form will be bhavati. Adadiganaha, ad and shap, lopaha, then atti. Juhotyadiganah, hu, shap, that is lopaha, juhoti. Divadiganah, div, that is shyan, ya, divyati. Swadiganah, pu, and then shnu, and that is nu, sunoti. This is actually shu. Shu, snu, and then the form will be sunoti. Next one, the sixth one, tudadiganah, tud, sha, that is a, tudati. Rudhadiganah, rudh, shnam, that is na, runadhi. Eighth one, tanadiganah, tanu, u, and tanoti. Kriyadiganah, kri, this na, krinati. 10th one, last one, churadiganah, chur, that is nich, aya, chorayati. The first 9 affixes of the 18 ting affixes are called as parasmaipada affixes, and the remaining 9 are called as atmanepada affixes. In both this, the group of first 3 are known as third person. We call it as prathama purushaha, and the next group of 3 are known as second person, that is madhyama purushaha, and the last group of 3 affixes are called as the first person, that is uttama purushaha. Again, the first affix denotes singular, and the second affix dual, and the third affix plural. There is no gender division for verbs. No strilinga, pullinga, napumsakalinga differentiation here. The parasmaipada affixes, let us see now. Ekavachanam and in dvivachanam and in bahuvachanam, let us see prathama purushaha, how to identify. Tip, tas, jhi, madhyama purushaha. Sip, thas, tha, uttama purushaha. Mip, vas, mas. And the atmanepada affixes, in ekavachanam, dvivachanam and bahuvachanam, in prathama purushaha, ta, atam, jha, madhyama purushaha, thas, atham, dhvam, uttama purushaha, it, vahi, mahim. And then now let us see the examples for 10 lakaras of the root bhu. Lat lakaraha, vartamana kalaha, present tense. In ekavachanam, dvivachanam and bahuvachanam, in prathama purushaha, third person in English. Bhavati, bhavataha, bhavanti. In madhyama purushaha, second person. Bhavasi, bhavathaha, bhavatha. In uttama purushaha, bhavami, bhavavaha, bhavamaha. Litlakaraha, paroksha bhutakalaha. In ekavachanam, dvivachanam and bahuvachanam, in prathama purushaha, babhuva, babhuvatuhu, babhuvuhu. Madhyama purushaha, babhuvitha, babhuvatuhu, babhuva. In uttama purushaha, babhuva, babhuviva, babhuvima. Lutlakaraha, anadyatana bhavishyat kalaha. In ekvachanam, dvivachanam and bahuvachanam forms. In prathama purushaha, bhavita, bhavitarau, bhavitaraha. मध्यमपुरुषः भवितासि भवितास्थः भवितास्थ। उत्तमपुरुषः भवितास्मि भवितास्वः भवितास्मः। इन लुट् लकारः भविष्यत्कालः इन एकवचनं द्विवचनं एंड बहुवचनं। प्रथमपुरुषः भविष्यति भविष्यतः भविष्यन्ति। इन मध्यमपुरुषः भविष्यसि भविष्यथः भविष्यथा। इन उत्तमपुरुषः भविष्यामि भविष्यावः भविष्यामः। इन लोट् लकारः that is विद्याद्यर्थेषु in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and in बहुवचनं forms। प्रथमपुरुषः भवतु भवतात् भवतां भवन्तु। in मध्यमपुरुषः भव भवतात् भवतं भवता। in उत्तमपुरुषः भवानि भवावा भवाम। विधिलिङ्ग् लकारः in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and बहुवचनं forms। प्रथमपुरुषः भवेत् भवेतां भवेयुः। मध्यमपुरुषः भवेः भवेतं भवेता। उत्तमपुरुषः भवेयं भवेवा भवेम। इन आशीर्लिङ्ग् लकारः let us see the forms। in प्रथमपुरुषः मध्यमपुरुषः and उत्तमपुरुषः। in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and बहुवचनं। भूयात् भूयास्तां भूयासुः। भूयाः भूयास्तं भूयास्त। भूयासं भूयास्व भूयास्म। इन लुङ् लकारः भूतकालः इन एकवचनं द्विवचनं एंड बहुवचनं। प्रथमपुरुषः एंड इन मध्यमपुरुषः एंड इन उत्तमपुरुषः। अभूत् अभूताम् अभूवन्। अभूः अभूतम् अभूत। अभूवम् अभूव अभूम। इन लङ् लकारः that is अनद्यतन भूतकालः in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and in बहुवचनं। in प्रथमपुरुषः मध्यमपुरुषः and in उत्तमपुरुषः। let us see the forms। अभवत् अभवताम् अभवन्। अभवः अभवतम् अभवता। अभवम् अभवाव अभवाम। next in another form of भविष्यत्कालः that is लृट् लकारः in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and in बहुवचनं। प्रथमपुरुषः and मध्यमपुरुषः and उत्तमपुरुषः। भविष्यति भविष्यतः भविष्यन्ति। भविष्यसि भविष्यथः भविष्यथा। भविष्यामि भविष्यावः भविष्यामः। लुङ् लकारः भविष्यदर्थे in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and in बहुवचनं। प्रथमपुरुषः मध्यमपुरुषः and in उत्तमपुरुषः। अभविष्यत् अभविष्यताम् अभविष्यन्। अभविष्यः अभविष्यतम् अभविष्यता। अभविष्यम् अभविष्याव अभविष्याम। एध् वृद्धौ धातुः only in आत्मनेपद। in मध्यमपुरुषः एधसे एधेथे एधध्वे। उत्तमपुरुषः एधे एधावहे एधामहे। लिट् लकारः परोक्ष भूतकालः in एकवचनं द्विवचनं and बहुवचनं forms। एधां चक्रे एधां चक्राते एधां चक्रिरे। in मध्यमपुरुषः एधां चक्रुषे एधां चक्राधे एधां चक्रुड्वे। उत्तमपुरुषः एधां चक्रे एधां चक्रुवहे एधां चक्रुमहे। लुट् लकारः अनद्यतन भविष्यत्कालः। एधिता एधितारौ एधितारः एधितासे एधितासाथे एधिताध्वे। एधिताहे एधितास्वहे एधितास्महे। लृट् लकारः भविष्यत्कालः। एधिष्यते एधिष्येते एधिष्यन्ते एधिष्यसे एधिष्येथे एधिष्यध्वे। एधिष्ये एधिष्यावहे एधिष्यामहे। लोट् लकारः विद्याध्यर्थाः। एधताम् एधेताम् एधन्ताम् एधस्व एधेथाम् एधध्वम् एधै एधावहै एधामहै। लङ् लकारः अनद्यतन भूतकालः in ekvachanam, dvivachanam and in bahuvachanam. ऐधता ऐधेताम् ऐधन्ता ऐधथाः ऐधेथाम् ऐधध्वम् ऐधे ऐधावहि ऐधामहि। in विधिलिङ्ग् लकारः एधेत एधेयाताम् एधेरन् एधेथाः एधेयाथाम् एधेध्वम् एधेय एधेवहि एधेमहि। आशीर्लिङ्ग् लकारः एधिशीता एधिशीयास्ताम् एधिशीरन् एधिशीष्ठाः एधिशीयास्थाम् एधिशीध्वम् एधिशीय एधिशीवहि एधिशीमहि। in लुङ् लकारः भूतकालः ऐधिष्ट ऐधिशाताम् ऐधशत ऐधिष्टाः ऐधिशाथाम् ऐधिढ्वम् ऐधिषि ऐधिष्वहि ऐधिष्महि। in लुलुङ् लकारः भविष्यदर्थे ऐधिष्यत ऐधिष्येताम् ऐधिष्यन्त ऐधिष्यथाः ऐधिष्येथाम् ऐधिष्यध्वम् ऐधिष्ये ऐधिष्यावहि ऐधिष्यामहि। Now we are going to sarvadhatuka and ardhadhatuka divisions. The lakaras are divided into sarvadhatukas and ardhadhatukas. Lat, lang, lot and vidhiling lakaras are sarvadhatuka lakaras and lit, lut, rut, ashirling and lung. These 6 are ardhadhatuka lakaras. The vikarana affixes are added in between the root and the ting affixes in the sarvadhatuka lakaras. For example, bhu plus a plus ti bhavati lat lakarah, a plus bhu plus a plus t abhavat lang lakarah, bhu plus a plus tu bhavatu lot lakarah, bhu plus a plus t bhavet vidhirling lakarah. In the ardhadhatuka lakaras, based on the vikarana affixes, there are no difference in the forms. But some roots are divided as set roots and some are as anit roots in it. The roots which take the augment it are called set. For example, bhu plus e tas plus a equals bhavita lut lakarah. Bhu plus e sya plus ti equals bhavishyati. This is lut lakarah. The root bhu is set dhatu. The roots which do not take the augment agama it are anit roots. For example, tyaj plus sya plus ti tyakshyati lut lakarah. In the same way, tyatva. In the same way, tyakta, that is lut lakarah. The following are the 3 usages in Sanskrit. Kartari prayogaha, that is called vachya parivartanam also. Next one, karmani prayogaha. Next one, bhave prayogaha. This we call as kartruvachyam, karmavachyam and bhavavachyam. Let us see now the kartari prayogaha. In English we call it as active voice. In the kartari prayoga, the importance is for kartru. The Kartrupada will be in the nominative case. The Karmapada will be in the accusative case. The verb will be both in Parasmaypada and Atmanepada, whichever form it will be. The Akhyata affix expresses the agent, that is Kartru, the doer of the work. This is further divided into three kinds. Sakarmaka Kartari Prayogaha, Dvikarmaka Kartari Prayogaha, Akarmaka Kartari Prayogaha. And the Karmapada is present in the Sakarmaka Kartari Prayoga. For example, Krishnaha Dhenum Rakshati, Chhatraha Gurum Vandate, Aham Devam Namami, Tvam Gramam Gachasi, etc. And the third one, there will be two Karmapadas in Dvikarmaka Kartari Prayoga. For example, Gopaha Gam Payaha Dogdhi, Sishyaha Gurum Samshayam Pruchhati, Guruhu Sishyam Tattvam Brute, etc. There will not be any Karmapada in the Akarmaka Kartari Prayoga. For example, Pushpam Vikasati, Ramaha Bhavati, Tvam Vardhase, Aham Gruhe Vasami, Janaha Gachanti, etc. Hence, in the active voice, Kartari Prayoga, Sakarmaka, Dvikarmaka and Akarmaka roots are used. Next one, Karmani Prayogaha, that we call in English as passive voice. In the Karmani Prayoga, that is passive voice, the Karmartha is important. The Karmapada will be in the nominative case. The Kartrupada will be in the instrumental case. The verb follows the person and number of the Karmapada here. The verb in this usage will be in the Atmanepadi. Apart from this, the affix ya comes in between the original root and in the Akhyata affix. This is divided into two kinds. Sakarmaka Karmani Prayogaha, Dvikarmaka Karmani, and for example, Gopalena Gauhu Rakshyate, Sishyena Guruhu Vandyate, Maya Tvam Vandyase, Tvaya Aham Namye, etc. There will be two Karmapadas in the Dvikarmaka Karmani Prayoga. The Apradhana, that is secondary Karmapada, will be in the nominative case. The primary Karmapada will be in the accusative case. Sishyena Guruhu Samshayam Pruchyate. And the next example, Guruna Sishyaha Tattvam Uchyate, etc. When ya affix is added to the root, there will be some changes in the accent of the root. The short vowel at the end of root becomes a long vowel. For example, Ramena Ravanaha Jiyate, Tvaya Shabdaha Shruyate. The end A of the root changes into E. For example, Ramena Jalam Piyate, Rajna Shatruhu Jiyate, Sajjanena Dushtaha Hiyate. There are exceptions to this at some places. Tena Smayeta, Tena Shastram Jnayate. And the roots ending in rus will get the substitute re. For example, Sevakena Karyam Kriyate, Stenena Dhanam Hriyate. At some places there are exceptions to this rule. Matra Putri Smaryate, Tena Gramam Aryate. The ya, va of the roots vada, yaj, vah, vas will substitute with e, u in Karmani Prayoga. For example, Yudhishthirena Yagaha Ijjyate. Balivardena Bharam Udyate. Balakena Uttaram Uchyate, etc. The next one, bhave prayogaha, impersonal voice. Bhava means here action. Here action has importance. Here also the Kartrupada will be in instrumental case and there will not be karma here. Verb will be in Atmanepada, that is ya affix is added to the root. The verb will always be in third person singular. We have to remember this. For example, Pushpena vikasyate, Tvaya budhyate, Maya asmin grame vishyate, Balaihi kridyate, Ramena bhuyate, etc. And the difference between bhave prayoga and karmani prayoga, karmani lakaras come in front of the sakarmaka roots. Bhave lakaras come in front of the akarmaka roots. Only the atmanepada affixes come in the bhavartha and the karmartha. The parasmanepada affixes will not come. The affix ya comes in between the root and the akhyata affixes in bhava and karmartha. In the bhave prayoga, the verb will always be in atmanepada, third person singular only. For example, vatsena dugdham piyate, tena kshiyate, taihi vardhyate, balena chitram ikshyate, etc. Here ends our chapter. Now let us see some exercises based on this lesson. Answer the following questions. How many voices are there in Sanskrit? What is the position of verb in impersonal voice? That is bhave prayoga. Karma pada will be in what case in the kartari prayoga? Kartrupada will be in what case in the karmani prayoga? What is a root? That is dhatu. What do you mean by tiganta? What is a verb? How many lakaras are there? How many ganas are there? What is the vikarana affix of the tudadigana? And write all the forms of the root bhu in the following lakaras. In lit lakara, lot lakara, lung lakara, ashirling lakara, lang lakara, etc. They can ask you any lakara among the 10. Write all the forms of the root yed in the following lakaras. Lat, lut, lut, vidhirling and lung lakara. They can ask any lakaras. Identify the person, that is Purusha, and the number vachana of the following verbs. For example, bhavani, edhetam, bhaveyuhu, sunutaha, etc. And write the remaining number of the following. Next exercise, bhava and dash dash they will ask. Dash, bhuyastam, dash. So, they can give from the other forms to write in other vachanas. If they give in Dvivachana, you have to write Ekavachanam and Bahuvachana. If they give Ekavachanam, you have to write Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam. Write an essay on voices, that is Prayogas or Vachya Parivartana. Write an essay explaining the root, that is Dhatu, etc. Write short notes on the following: verb, root, Akhyata affix, voice, that is Prayoga, and Ganas and Vikarana affixes, Lakara, Ardha Dhatuka, Lakaras and Tiganta. Thank you. I hope you understood well. Let us meet again in the next episode. Thank you.